Hi everyone. I'm really excited to start Module 4 because this is actually when we're going to start collaborating together. So you'll be put on groups of 3 and you'll start a 2-week project, and we'll talk about that more in just a little bit. But I did want to just talk about briefly the discussions. I loved getting those emails with the discussion posts and reading through those, and then I replied to a few of you. One discussion topic that I really wanted to come back to was top-down, bottom-up, or both, because that really leads us into Module 4. I had a lot of the same thoughts and concerns that you all had. I especially liked Colleen's post where she talked about how suspicious she was that the top-down approach tries to save money, and I feel the same way. I feel like when administrators or people at the top kind of think about online learning, a lot of times they look at it as a way to save money, and that almost is never the case unless you actually sacrifice pedagogy in doing so. So I'm always a little worried about that. And then I also really liked all the comments, but this one right here, Rachel's comment where she brought up that the second article, the Teaching is Not a Business article, how it's almost created this false paradigm that face-to-face is very personal and online is very impersonal. And I think that isn't the case. Sometimes that is the case, but not always. And I think that in the online environment can actually be more personalized and more personal than a face-to-face environment. So that's something to remember. And we'll talk more about that in the future. So that kind of brings me to Module 4. So in Module 4, you should read an invitation here from the school board and from Ethan Brooks, if you remember our friend Ethan Brooks. Basically, in this module, you'll be creating an infographic for the school board. And the school board is trying to combine kind of a top-down and bottom-up approach to blended learning. So this week, you'll be creating an infographic with your team, and then next week, you'll be creating a workshop that will help teachers think about blended learning and start blending some of their courses. So when you go through here, what I highly recommend doing is first reading the invitation and coming here, and you'll see your teams are listed here. This is private, so you'll need to be logged into your Gmail account in order to see that. I will designate a team leader for this week, and that leader will be responsible for contacting everyone and setting up a Google Hangout when you guys can work on the infographic. So I do want you to work on the infographic synchronously or at the same time and collaborate on that. But don't schedule the meeting until everyone has had an opportunity to read through these other pages because you'll need to have done that in order to start working on the infographic. So there's no point in meeting until you're all ready to work. So there is no discussion board in this one, so this is the first module without a discussion board. But you will be obviously discussing together, so I didn't really see a need to do that. When you're done, you'll submit the infographic, and before you do, just make sure that you've met all the criteria here, and then you'll submit it using this Google form. When you're done with the infographic, you'll actually create a portfolio page, write an introduction, and embed the infographic on that page with a paragraph kind of describing what infographics are, why they're helpful, and the infographic that you created with your team. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your infographics when you're done, but I'm here if you have any questions or concerns or need to work through anything, or if you want me to attend your group meeting and just kind of clarify anything, I'm more than happy to do that. Just send me an email or give me a call. So thank you.